Good afternoon, everyone, and this week's video comes to you live from my truck because I wanted to take a moment and we wanted to talk about driving and safe driving tips and tricks, and just go over a few statistics from the Texas Department of Insurance, the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles, and talk about things and choices that people make, and choices that you can make on the road so that you can be safer, and so that we can try to correct some of the things that we're seeing in the insurance industry as trends that we need to correct so that everything can get better for customers, for companies, and we can kind of undo some of the damage that's been done with just recent trends in unsafe driving habits. I want to start off by saying I love driving. Driving is awesome. It's fun. It's great to just get out there and get behind the wheel and go and get to where you're going in a safely, but finding the best way to get there, right? Everybody wants to find a shortcut or just go through traffic patterns and understand where their place is on the road. It's just great, and being able to do that. I love driving, so it's important to me to make sure that my family, my customers, my friends are all taken care of the right way from insurance, but then also provide them with information that lets them be safer on the road, because everybody believes that they're a good driver and they're not worried about themselves, they're worried about the other driver, which is something that should be done. You should be, cognizant and looking around, making sure that you're aware of who else is on the road with you, but also make sure that you're making decisions and that you're not doing things that you may not know of that are leading to accidents and putting you in a position. It's not the same people that get in accidents all the time. People can go years and years and years, and then they have a bad day, they have an accident, they made a choice or did something out of the norm that then resulted in them not being not being safe on the road. So we'll just cover a few basic statistics, talk in general about a few things that should be base knowledge. Everybody knows that, but everybody knows it, but then people still make these decisions. So we'll start with, and these statistics are from 2017. And again, from the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles, one person was killed every 2 hours and 21 minutes on the road. That's for an entire year. That's a huge number. Those things could be caused by any number of reasons, but it's just important to understand those numbers really exist. There are people that are dying at a rate of 2 hours, 21 minutes every single day in Texas. One person was injured every 2 minutes and 4 seconds. That's an even larger number, right? That goes without saying, right? So even though deaths happen every 2 hours, there's injuries happening every 2 minutes. And there's one reported crash every 59 seconds. So in the 3.5 minutes that I've been speaking on this video, there's been 3 crashes in Texas. There's been one person injured, and there's been one person die in an accident since the beginning of this video. We talk about choices, right? Well, before we get to choices, let's talk about some other things. So you talk about, I'm not driving, I'm not worried about myself, I'm worried about the other person. Vehicles involving a single vehicle, so single vehicle accidents, there were 1,300 deaths, over 1,300 deaths in 2017. It was 35% of all accidents involved a single car, one driver. Whoever was in it, no one else is at fault. Something happened, somebody made a choice, or they did something, or there was a condition that resulted in a single car having a single car accident. There were no deathless days in Texas on the roads in 2017. That's crazy. That's weird to know that even though you don't see it every day, and for you, your family, your friends, your community, statewide, there was somebody on the road every single day that didn't get home. It's kind of scary. Now, when we talk about choices that you make, the biggest one is distracted driving. Cell phones, and what I got here videoing me right now. I don't have my keys in my truck. I'm not even trying to accidentally turn my car on and go forward while I'm filming myself. But distracted driving is the biggest one. It's affecting all age groups, but it's especially affecting youthful drivers. When I say youthful drivers, I mean 16 to 25 years old. 16 to 25 year olds get in accidents far greater numbers than any other demographic. They're the newest drivers on the road. And there's distracted driving numbers. I don't have those here. We'll have a different video where I specifically discuss distracted driving for youthful drivers, and we'll have more statistics on that. Distracted driving is the biggest one. Have an app. Farmers has the Signal by Farmers app, which not only gives you a discount, but it also tracks your driving habits and lets you see how you can make your own improvements when it comes to distracted driving. One thing that's on this sheet here is using your seatbelt can go a long way towards reducing injuries in an accident and deaths in an accident. In 2017, 40.1% of all people killed in an accident were not wearing their seatbelt. That's something that's affected my family personally, years ago. But that's still something that it's something as simple as just your seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on. You can maybe not avoid the accident, but you can avoid serious injury and avoid serious death from that. Another one is DUIs, drunken driving. It's 2019. You have Uber, you have Lyft. For $5–10, you can make sure that you're in a car with somebody that's driving that's not drunk, and you can help reduce these numbers and increase the likelihood that you're going to be able to go out and have a good time and get home safely. Another one, it's about to dump down rain here today. There's a storm coming that I'm actually looking at right now. It's going to dump down water. I know that there's going to be a lot of accidents. I know that I'm going to have phone calls tomorrow of somebody that had a fender bender or ran off the road and hit a ditch and had some damage because they hydroplaned. Just slowing down, especially in the first hour of the rain hitting the ground. All that dirt and oil and grime and grease that's on the roadways every day. That first hour, the water actually lifts it up and it makes the roads more slick before it actually washes it all away. You have to slow down on the roads. These are things, don't drink and drive. Don't use your cell phone. Slow down when it rains. These are all things that we should know, but these are all things that are causing accidents every day. And these are things that people make choices on. So the point of this video was to, just give you a few points about the statistics, talk in general about a few things that we'll specify in later videos, and kind of hone in on how your kids can be safer on the road and make good choices when it comes to doing something that I love, which is driving. So feel free to give feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know what experiences you've had. Let me know what you want to see from future videos. If I've touched on something that you want to know more about, please let me know. Thank you for watching. You're in the know.